Olo Martins joins us this morning. He's a civil society. He belongs to the civil society. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you for having me. It's always a privilege.
Well, I mean, the papers again are awash with developments in Edo. We've seen Colonel Niam retired, resigning. We also saw that report yesterday. Almost degenerated into fisticuffs, how the governor was heckled about his views on the national conference. Let's start with that from that perspective. How did you see all of what happened? Were you in any way surprised, or you thought, okay, maybe not too surprised?
Well, I think that what happened is that the people of Nigeria, and indeed by extension, in particularity Edo State, let's not forget that the clamor for a national confabulation, as we call it, the epicenter of it is Edo State. I'm talking with respect to Chief Anthony Anahoro of the blessed memory. He began the agitation. So it is understandable that temperaments, Edo State may be some kind of a boiling point, because that's where, so to speak, the agitation started from. But beyond that, it also clearly demonstrates the determination of the Nigerian people to own the process. Because people had often said that we had gathered together before and judged, and nothing had come out of it. And I agree. But then you also look at the fact that we have had elections in this country, especially that orchestrated by the military, and it hasn't worked out. But we have not stopped participating in elections, all right? It's like a couple who are looking for children, and they haven't had it in 5 years. And somebody is saying that because they haven't had it in 5 years, they should stop having sex. I do not think that it's a progressive thinking. I think that what is happening today is that you and I are bothered about the things that are happening. Nobody is safe anymore. The rich are kidnapped. The young are kidnapped. And then when you look at what is happening across the sub-Saharan, Niger Republic is becoming an example for Nigeria. We are going beyond Ghana now. Niger Republic is an example. Cameroon is now telling us that they can help us on our electricity. Cameroon. So it's becoming a shameful thing. In 2000, Bill Clinton came here and he made a statement that was paradoxical, but yet true. He said Nigeria was too rich to be poor, but yet it was too poor to be rich. So you see where we are as a country. Everybody is tired of it. And like they say, you can't stop an idea whose time has come.
Was there an attempt to stop an idea from what you read? I mean, the heckling of the...
No, I didn't read it. I was there physically.
How did it start?
I was in the Maguero Hall. The event was supposed to start by 2 p.m. And I can tell you that by 1 o'clock, 1:30, almost more than half of the hall was filled. People came in from Bayelsa State. People came in from Delta State. People came in from River State. And people came in from Edo State. The Urobo Progressive Union, led by Patrick Aziza, was there. Professor Abraham was there. Chief Sam Igbe, the Prime Minister of the Benin Kingdom, was there. MMA was there. MBA was there. Civil society was there. Conference of non-governmental organizations was. So we had a rich coloration of people who were intellectually sagacious enough, not just to canvass their positions, but also to stand by their positions. And indeed, before the event had started, and for me it gladdened my heart, because it meant that we were starting on the right note, having moved away from the supposed African timing culture. But somewhere along the line, in between, at about 2, 3, the governor strolled in. I had a problem with that. Firstly, the timing, for me, I felt something as sensitive as a national confabulation. As host governor, if you were going to be there to demonstrate leadership and determination that we wanted to change as a nation, the first thing the governor would have done, so to speak, was to get there on time.
Even though he didn't think there was any need for that conference.
But it seems to have decided to come. Like they say, what is worth doing at all is worth doing well. You should have arrived there on time, being the host. But that aside, he came there and then he took, his seat. And I saw commissioners. I saw everybody. I've heard people say, Edo State is the only PDP, is the only APC state, so it was a PDP boom, and it offends my sensibility. Because are you telling me that Chief Sam Igbe, who came as the Prime Minister of Benin Kingdom, and also came with a Benin group, is partisan? Are you saying that Professor Dennis Edo Council, former Vice Chancellor of AAU, all right, the man who discovered Lassa fever, who also came to represent a Benin group, is partisan? The Ijaw community was there. As a matter of fact, it got to a point, they called first the Ijaw representative, called second one, they wanted to call the fourth one. They said, you should cool down now. It's not only Ijaw that is here now. we didn't see any rich party coloration. So for people to now say they mobilize, I think that, you see, government leadership should be modest enough when you make a mistake, when you step out of line, to come up to say, look, if what I have said offends the sensibility of the generality of those of you who are here, we apologize.
What mistake are you talking about?
Say that again.
What mistake are you talking about? You said if someone made a mistake, you should be honorable enough to accept it.
As the discussions progressed, they gave the governor the platform, and he said that he didn't think anything was going to come out of it, and that we had done things before, and this was going to be a waste of time, and people took exception to it. Colonel Yam took exception to it, but herein lies the paradox. If Colonel Yam took exception to it, there was plenary, there was high table, there was plenary. It was the decision of plenary to decide what their reaction was going to be. It appeared like there was an altercation between a member of the advisory committee and the governor, but here was plenary. So people had a chance to say, okay, Colonel Yam allowed the governor to speak, or governor do this and that. But the people instead took sides, so to speak, with Colonel Yam, and decided that, look, we didn't travel from Bayelsa to come here to say this conference will not work. At any rate, 2 months ago, on 2 occasions, we have had town hall meetings in Edo State, organized by the government, and I attended. What is the town hall meeting? A town hall meeting is an attempt to call people to discuss. So what it means is that you believe in discussion. So to say a national conference will not yield its result is to say that it is better, let's not attempt at all. And we know that it is better to try and fail.
But he has a right to say. Well,
he has a right to say what he has to say. But I'm telling you that what is happening is that the Nigerian people are demonstrating that this time around, they want to kickstart a process. They want to own a process. They want to participate in a process. And they want to be critically part of that process. All right? So it doesn't matter if a political party or an individual say, we do not believe in it. That is your personal opinion. I give you an illustration. In Romania, some years back, Seshuso was a fantastic speaker. And he was talking, in one hall, one of the fantastic halls, the Opera Hall. And as he was talking, an old woman stood up and said, liar. He tried to comport himself, continued. As the old woman wanted to stand up to say it again, 4 people joined her. Before you know what was happening, in less than 15 minutes, the whole hall was reverberating, liar, liar. Do you know what happened? So Shuso left there in shame and hung himself. What we saw in Edo State is a mock revolution. I have said it before.
Colonel Yam resigned.
No, it doesn't matter who else. It doesn't matter who resigned. It is not the issue. If you check what happened way back in Mississippi, in America, in Rosa Parks thing, somebody has got to bail the cat. Somebody has got to stand up to say, look, Colonel Yam spoke. But I'm telling you that the people didn't think differently. 4 years ago, it would have been impossible.
They didn't think differently from what Colonel Yam said.
Say that again.
The people did not think differently.
You didn't think differently
from what he said.
In fact, if you watch interviews after, because I also saw channels coverage. If you watch interview after, the preponderance of opinion was the fact that people travel from far and wide to be part of a national conference.